All right, listen up. What if I told you that in the next 30 days, you could totally transform your life? I'm serious. If you're feeling stuck, maybe between 13 and 25, then this is for you. We're going to break down a strategy that is guaranteed to change everything. Let's get right into it.
Look, we're not talking about making a few tiny tweaks here and there. No. The whole point of this is to disappear, to work in secret, so that when you finally reemerge, boom, your comeback is so massive, so unexpected, it just leaves everyone speechless. It's about making your success so obvious, no one can deny it.
So, how do you do it? The key is to just vanish. Temporarily, of course. You got to tune out all the noise, all the opinions, all the distractions that are holding you back. And we've got a complete 6-stage blueprint to guide you. Think of this as your secret manual for disappearing and coming back as a completely new person.
And here it is. This is the roadmap for the entire journey. We're going to start with building the right mindset. Then we'll clear out all the junk holding you back. After that, it's all about learning how to just start. Building that momentum day by day, pushing through the tough times, and then, finally, hitting that ultimate transformation.
All right, let's jump into stage 1, building a winner's mindset. You have to get this right because, honestly, this is the foundation for everything else. A true comeback doesn't start with what you do, it starts with how you think. It's about intentionally stepping out of your comfort zone to build a version of you that is just unstoppable. Here's a great way to think about it: the Batman principle. I mean, think about Bruce Wayne. The guy had it all, right? Money, a mansion, a life of total ease. But he threw it all away. Why? To become Batman. He chose the pain, the struggle, the mission. He chose to push his mind and body to the absolute edge. That is the level of commitment we're aiming for here.
So, how do you actually build this mindset? Well, it starts with a 30-day challenge. 5 simple steps. Step 1 is discipline. Wake up early and, yeah, you guessed it, take a cold shower. Sounds rough, but it's a game changer for energy. Step 2 is focus. Make a daily schedule and actually stick to it. No excuses. Step 3, get moving. 10,000 steps and a 30-minute workout every single day. Step 4 is about courage. You have to face your insecurities head on. Don't like your physique? Get to the gym. Scared of public speaking? Start practicing. And finally, step 5 is all about confidence. Adopt powerful body language. Shoulders back, head up. You'd be amazed how much your posture can change your state of mind.
Okay, once you've got that winner's mindset starting to form, we move on to stage 2, eliminating all distractions. This is huge. You need to build a fortress of focus around yourself so you can do the real, deep work that matters. And to do that, we need to understand a really cool psychological trick called Parkinson's Law. It's super simple. Work expands to fill the time you allow for it. You know how this goes, right? If your teacher gives you a month for a project, it takes a month. But if they give you one weekend, you somehow get it done. We're going to use that to our advantage. So how do we actually use this law? Well, there's a magic number you need to remember, a key to unlocking this kind of insane focus. And that number is 90. It's all about creating something called the deadline effect. Basically, you manufacture your own urgency. Here's how it works. You set a timer for 90 minutes. That's it. For those 90 minutes, your phone is off, all tabs are closed, 0 distractions. You just have one single goal for that block of time. When you see that clock ticking down, it forces your brain into a state of hyper-focus. It's that same feeling you get cramming the night before a big exam, but you're in total control. But what about the distractions inside our own heads? Let's be real, our brains are addicted to cheap thrills. That endless scroll on social media, junk food, you name it. Anything for a quick hit of dopamine. So here's the next challenge, a 7-day dopamine detox. For 1 week, no masturbation, no mindless reels, no addictions. The goal is to basically reset your brain's reward system so it stops craving easy junk and starts finding satisfaction in actual hard work. And look, none of this works if you're running on empty. You gotta give your brain the right fuel. That means getting enough sleep, seriously, don't skip it, and eating good food. The source also mentions a few things that might help support you, like ashwagandha to handle stress, probiotics for your gut health, which is surprisingly connected to your mood, and ginseng for a natural boost in energy and focus. It's all about creating the perfect conditions for a sharp mind. All right, stage 3, this one might be the most important for some of you, mastering the art of starting. Because let's be honest, this is where most people get stuck. You've got the big dreams, you've got the perfect plan, but just starting? It feels like trying to push a mountain. The secret is to make starting so easy, it's almost laughable. And there's one tiny number that unlocks this whole thing. All you have to remember is 2.
It's called the 2-minute rule, and it is a total game changer. Here's the deal. You shrink any task down to its first 2 minutes. So instead of write a 5,000-word essay, your task is open the document and write for 2 minutes. Instead of do a 1-hour workout, it's just put on your gym shoes. See? It's so small you can't say no. And what happens is, once you start, momentum kicks in. Getting started is the hardest part, and this rule just obliterates that barrier. And that leads us perfectly into stage 4, improve 1% every day. Because once you're master starting, the real secret to a mind-blowing transformation isn't some huge, heroic effort. It's not about one big leap. It's about tiny, consistent, daily steps forward. Just look at this. This is the magic of compounding in action. That little 1% improvement every day, it feels like nothing at first. You can barely see the difference today, but give it 30 days, then 90 days, and suddenly that tiny effort has exploded into massive growth. It's exponential. So if you read for 25 minutes today, just aim for 26 tomorrow. Always be pushing that edge just a little bit every single day.
Now we get to stage 5, and this is the one you just can't skip. It's called Embrace the Silent Struggle. This is the real core of the entire journey. We're talking about the part that isn't glamorous. It's the pain, the loneliness, the grind. It's all the work you put in when nobody is around to clap for you.
This quote right here just says it all, doesn't it? You must sweat in secret, cry in private, then show the world a smile. Your transformation is going to involve sacrifice. There will be days you want to quit, and you have to be okay with going through that alone, pushing yourself when no one else is there to push you. That private struggle, that's where true strength is built.
And all that silent struggle leads us here, to the final stage, the grand finale, stage 6, your ultimate transformation. This is the payoff for all that hard work. After you've put in the time, you don't just hit a goal. No, you become a fundamentally different person. You're more powerful, you're more disciplined, you're simply more.
And this is the best part. All those people who doubted you, the ones who thought you were weak or wrote you off, they won't even recognize you. You will become the new standard that they can't even hope to reach. Your comeback isn't just about proving them wrong. It's about showing them what's truly possible. So it all comes down to this moment, right now. A simple choice, mediocrity or greatness. You can stick with the comfortable, predictable path, or you can choose to disappear, to do the hard work and to come back as someone unrecognizable. The choice is all yours.